I like this little beat, little bass run in. Good morning. It's Friday morning, and Friday couldn't come soon enough. We've had this sickness going through our house. I don't know what kind of a virus it is. Some people say it's the flu, but doesn't the flu come with a pretty bad cold? And I kind of have a little lingering thing going on, like with a cold or something, but I don't. But, man, I got to tell you, and I don't think we've talked about this at all. I don't normally miss a day of work, and Monday I could not get my head off the pillow. It was, I don't know, when this thing hit, and it's gone through the entire building, and I got it, and then this is kind of a relapse, then my daughter got it, and luckily it hasn't affected her as much. But when you have it, just walking up the stairs or walking to the bathroom or something, you're just out of breath, and every bone in your body aches. It's your typical virus, but they seem rough these days. I don't know. Maybe it's just in our heads.
I was commenting to someone. So every other year since I was 18, I've gotten bronchitis or pneumonia. This year was the year I was supposed to get it. And when all of you guys were down for the count, I didn't get sick.
Yeah, it's funny. My wife, who has Sjogren's syndrome, which is an autoimmune disorder, which means that her
she's susceptible.
She's very susceptible, and she hasn't gotten it, which is good, right?
Well, she and I are drinking the special water.
Must be it. I don't know how these things work. Ernie Els yesterday had the worst opening hole of all time at the Masters. Now, if this was, I got to tell you, we know that our local kid Bard had a bit of a rough back nine, but nothing, out of the ordinary when it comes to a golfer at the Masters having a rough back nine. This is taking all the limelight.
It's history making.
He took 9 strokes on a par 4 hole. 9 strokes. And to me, what this did is it allowed me to pull out my golf clubs and think,
I have a shot at the Masters.
I maybe not the Masters, but Doty's golf course in Ilion. I might be able to get through that after all, because I've had a few of those. And what happens is you get upset, you get mad at yourself. So it's an easy putt, and you miss it, and you're like, "What the heck?" So you go over, and you just give it a little crack and crack it back, and then it doesn't go, and you go. Now you're going back and forth to the point where, But when you're on your own and you're with a group of friends and you're out there playing, it's like, I don't know, just put me down for 8 and let's move on. There are cameras watching, and oh, by the way, commentators that are commentating. Listen to this.
This is the first hole for bogey. All right, so it's a par 4. That's his 5th. Okay. That's 6. That's 7.
And at this point in time, there's all kinds of weird things going through your brain.
What do you do?
Well, you're trying to stop what's happening. You know what's happening, and can I go back and start over again?
It's the first hole of the Masters, and then he misses that, and he makes
10.
A sextuple bogey 10. That's the highest score that's ever been recorded in the history of the first hole. It's a par 4. He made 10, and it took 6 putts from inside 2 feet.
Turns out it was not a 10, it was a 9, but that's still a record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They made a mistake in their counting. It was not a 10, but a 9.
How awesome would it be if he won?
Ernie Els, Ernie Els with his reaction after the hole.
Son of a ball, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me! Suck my white ball!
I don't know what was there, but I think all the beep stuff is out there. So, listen, that's Happy Gilmore, by the way, the movie Happy Gilmore, which is a work of art in itself. How about that?
I hope he comes back and wins it all.
Wins it all. Well, Christine,
I don't think that's going to happen.
probably not going to happen.
But
2 guys in a police chase do donuts in the middle of the road. This is a burglary that led police in Los Angeles. And the beauty of these police chases in Los Angeles is the fact that
there's so many other people there.
everything is on helicopter camera.
Right.
They have a helicopter everywhere, and every chase seems to be kind of a tradition in L.A. At one point, they stopped and started doing donuts in the middle of the road. And when they finally gave up, they took selfies with witnesses while they were waiting for police to arrive. The cops broke off the pursuit several times because of rainy conditions, so the guys had time to fool around. I don't know what this audio is, but I'm going to play it.
Now coming back to the east.
All right, this is the helicopter doing he's doing commentary either on Ernie Els or these guys driving through L.A.
He also he threw something. There was a bus that had a TMZ logo on the side of it, so you know TMZ is happy about that. He was throwing something at the bus.
What are you doing at this point? Are you thinking, I'm going to become famous, I'll do a little bit of jail time, and I'm going to be famous? I'll get to do a commercial or something. One more, 104-year-old woman, actually a 104-year-old guy in England, just set a Guinness World Record for being the oldest person to do what? Anybody know? I'll tell you when we come right back here. Coming right back. 647 at WIBX.